Tonight on the Overtime, we will talk MPA volleyball. How do the Spartans stack up against their local competition? Then we will take a closer look at the Arizona Cardinals and check their chances to take the NFC West. And lastly, we will review both NAU men's and women's tennis fall seasons. Welcome to the Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Jacob Larsen. Thanks for tuning in. And joining me tonight is my wonderful co-anchor, Kaleigh Emery. Kaleigh, glad to have you here in the studio tonight.
Thanks, Jacob. Glad to be here.
All right, let's start things off with a little high school volleyball, as all three schools have had very successful seasons so far. But Kaleigh, who do you see as the best team in Flagstaff?
Well, Jacob, it's hard to pick just one school to name as the best here in Flagstaff because all schools are playing phenomenal, but the Spartans are having a great year so far. With 20 wins on the season, they sit on top of their section and are ranked 8th in Division 4. The team looks like a lock for the Division 4 tournament and has the potential to do some serious damage this year. With only 4 games left, the Spartans still have a shot to move up in rankings and secure a higher seed for the tournament. But because they play in a lower division, it's hard to compare this team to Flag and Cocoa. All 3 teams have played well this year, but I think Flagstaff has the most talented squad out of the 3. But NPA is not far behind.
Yeah, Kaleigh, I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. MPA has had a great season, but the Flagstaff Eagles are just too strong. The Eagles have an overall record of 19-5-3 and just came off a 3-0 win over their crosstown rivals in the Coconino Panthers earlier this week. Courtney LaFell continues to dominate on the court. In fact, she is only a junior, which can only mean good things for Flagstaff to come in the next few years. LaFell leads the team in aces, digs, and kills, as she's averaging 3 kills per set. The Eagles also are undefeated in sectional play this season, and it looks like the Eagles are poised to make some big-time noise once again in the Division III tournament. All right, now let's move on to the next topic, tennis, and we'll start things off with the women's team. What do we have to look forward to for this season? Well,
the women's tennis team is coming off a very strong performance at the University of Arizona Fall Invitational. Having finished 2nd last spring, the Jacks look to continue their success and move to the top of the conference this season. The team picked up momentum after ranking up 14 singles and 5 doubles victories. The team will look to build on that momentum at the ITA Mountain Regionals this weekend in Las Vegas at UNLV.
Yeah, I would agree. The women have definitely had a successful season this year and are in the midst of the ITA Mountain Regional Tournament, where 4 players from the team are there to represent the Lumberjacks. I think that if there's one thing to be excited about this team, it's their youth. Out of the 4 players they took to the regionals, 2 of them were freshmen and 1 of them is a sophomore. Haley Rochon has built on her excellent freshman year and has once again helped this team find great success this year. Now, this fall tournament could be a major measuring stick for the type of talent this team has, and it will absolutely be important to see how well these young girls do. All right, now moving over to the men, what was the highlight of the men's fall season for you?
Well, the men's team is also coming off of a strong performance. The team picked up 15 singles victories at the University of New Mexico Balloon Invitational. The highlight of the tournament was freshman Felix Schumann, who went 4-0 and won the silver draw, becoming the first player on the team to win a singles draw this year. So congratulations to Felix. The team sits at 3rd place in the Big Sky and will look to come out strong at regionals this weekend.
Yeah, the men's tennis team had a successful year, and once again the youth on this team has shined through, and the veterans of the team have really played well as well. Jackson Lee and Felix Schumann both have had great years so far, and Schumann became the first NAU freshman to go 4-0 and finish in 1st place at the New Mexico Balloon Invitational. And every Lumberjack that traveled to the Balloon Invitational had a win in singles play. The Jacks have a balanced team that is young and up and coming and only have good things in their future. All right, now we'll move on to our last topic. How will the Arizona Cardinals fare in the tough NFC West, Kaleigh?
All right, Cardinal fans can rest easy now that veteran quarterback Carson Palmer is back under center. He had a huge impact on the offense as star receivers Michael Floyd and Larry Fitzgerald found the end zone for the first time this season. And Jacob, the defense is still looking strong without defensive captain Calais Campbell, who is nursing a knee injury. The team has been able to squeeze out wins with key players missing time, and now that the team is finally getting healthy, they'll be able to force to be reckoned with. With the Cards Cards already beating the 49ers this year and Seattle losing 2 games early in the season. This Cardinals team has a great chance of finishing the season at the top of one of the toughest divisions in football. But I think Seattle will be a tough competitor in the NFC West.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I do need to give credit where credit is due. The Arizona Cardinals are a very good football team, and they have improved on last year where they posted a 10-6 record and barely missed the playoffs. And the Cards are finding success in a very tough division in which a team from this division has represented the NFC in the Super Bowl in the last 2 years. And while I do think that the Cards will make the playoffs, they won't win this division. The Seattle Seahawks are just too strong. Their defense is possibly one of the greatest of all time, and even though they've lost 2 games this year, this last loss to the Cowboys is going to wake that team up and refocus them. And a focused Seattle team is a scary team. The Legion of Boom and their home field advantage will shine through the rest of the season, giving them the division title again. And with that being said, I do believe that the Cardinals are a better team than the 49ers and that the Rams and will make it to the playoffs as a wild card and a second-place finish in the NFC West. All right, well, that is going to do it for our topic questions tonight. Kaleigh, we'll see you a little bit later on. Stick around because sports reporter Guy Forbis went out to NAU men's basketball practice to get the scoop on their upcoming season. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more action on the Overtime. Welcome back to the Overtime. Well, we are midway through October now, which means one thing: basketball is right around the corner. And sports reporter Guy Forbis went out to the NAU men's basketball practice to find out more about their newcomers to the program, as well as their expectations for the quickly approaching upcoming season.
Thanks, Jacob. Well, I'm here at the field house on the campus of NAU as we get prepared for another exciting season of NAU men's basketball. As you can see behind me, the team is preparing for another hard upcoming season and will look to build on the success of last year's season, and they will do so by asking with the help of 6 new players. Tori Johnson from Chicago, Illinois. Kai and Tate De Oliviego from Scottsdale, Arizona. 5'10" freshman Austin Lee and transfers Jeff Frid and Jelani Neely all join Coach Murphy's program in hopes to bring a conference championship back to NAU. Head coach Jack Murphy is excited what these newcomers have brought so far in this year.
They're competing every day in practice, really pushing our veteran group that returns from last year, and they're excited about basketball. They love the game of basketball. You know, I walk in for practice, they're here getting up shots, and that's kind of infectious. We love that. We want people that love the game of basketball because that will mean that they want to work hard to get better.
These guys come from across the country, from California all the way to Chicago, but all picked NAU for similar reasons.
I chose NAU because of the coaches, players. I enjoyed my visit when I came, and I'm from California, so it's pretty close to home as well.
The environment, I love it, and everyone here seemed very welcoming. Overall, the students, the teachers, and Coach Murph kind of brought us in as a family, and I feel like I'm welcome here. So,
I mean, this feels like home. I was worried I wasn't be able to fit in that much, but I came here, I felt right, and everyone's been very welcoming and nice.
I wanted to come somewhere where I'd be comfortable, feel safe, and just know I can enjoy myself. And the fact that NAU has almost everything that I was looking for as far as me being comfortable, safe, and a good environment to where I'm welcome and wanted here.
The Jacks finished last season as the 4th best team in the conference, but suffered a first-round playoff loss to Northern Colorado. They hope to advance this year with conference title hopes.
We're excited. It's going to be a very difficult season in terms of the conference. It's an even conference, but I think that we're going to, night in, night out, have a chance to compete, and when you can do that, you can set yourself up for either a conference championship or a tournament run in March, and I think that's what we're excited to go after.
The guys will open up the season on October 29th with an exhibition game against California Baptist. They begin the regular season on the road at Xavier on November 14th. With the Overtime Sports Show, I'm Guy Forbis. Back to you, Jacob.
Special thanks to Guy Forbis and the men's basketball team. Now coming up, Haley Schikner, you've got our weekend sports preview. How are things looking this weekend?
That's right, Jacob. We've got a packed sports weekend, and I'll tell you all about it more coming up. Welcome back to the Overtime. I'm Haley Schikner, and starting us off, the NAU Men's Cross Country team attended the Adidas Invitational in Madison, Wisconsin today. The men raced 10 of the top 15 teams in the country, and the NAU Women's Cross Country team will also be racing on the road tomorrow at the NCAA Pre-Nationals. Results for both these races can be found at nauathletics.com. Now taking it to the football field, both Flagstaff and Coconino High are on the road tonight. Flagstaff plays at Mojave and Bullhead City at 7 p.m., and Cocoa takes on Camp Verde at 7 p.m., and these results can be found at maxpreps.com. Moving over to the soccer field, the NAU Women's Soccer team will be taking on Montana tonight at 7 right here at Lumberjack Stadium. And then on Sunday, the Lady Jacks will take on Eastern Washington at 11 a.m., also here at the Lumberjack Stadium. These two games are critical Big Sky Conference games for the Lady Jacks, as these games could determine the Big Sky playoff location. Staying on the soccer field, both MPA girls and boys soccer teams will be playing at home tomorrow. The boys' game starts at noon against Payson, and the girls take on Chino Valley at 2 p.m. The NAU football team is on the road after last weekend's bye. The Jacks will play at Big Sky rival Portland State tomorrow at 4 p.m. This game can be watched live on Root Sports, and results as well as live stats can be found at nauathletics.com. Taking it to the volleyball court, the NAU women's volleyball team hopes to stay hot on the road this weekend as they gear up to play Big Sky rival Idaho State tomorrow at 6 p.m. That's all we have for the sports here this weekend, so make sure to head out and support all your local teams. Jacob, back to you.
Thanks, Haley, for the weekend sports event. Looks like a lot of opportunities to get out there and see some great action. What will you be checking out this weekend, Kaleigh?
Well, I know that I will actually be at the hockey games that were not mentioned, but it's going to be a great time over there. And then, I don't know, I might go check out some NAU Soccer. What about you?
Yeah, it's always fun to go out to J Lively and see the Ice Jacks play.
It is, and D3 will be playing this weekend, and then D2 will be back home the following, so yeah, pretty exciting. What about you, Haley?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be at the NAU Soccer game on Sunday. It's looking for a big weekend for this girl, so I'm excited.
Yeah, hopefully the girls can pull out a win in both games. That would be great to see that.
It would, and especially how well that they're playing. Like, I know that Haley Wingander has been on fire.
Yes, she has.
And I know that we've talked about her in other episodes of the Overtime, but
she's really carried this team a lot this year. I mean, when she scores, they don't lose.
Exactly, and I'd love to see the NAU women's soccer team go far. I mean, last year they made it all the way to Weber State. Unfortunately, didn't make any further, but we're looking for wins this year, and I'm pretty sure that's what we'll be getting.
Let's hope we see those wins. I think they have the talent there to do that.
I agree.
Definitely. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and for the crew here at the Overtime, Kaleigh, Haley, Guy, and myself, thanks for tuning in. Good night.